A very good afternoon. A Dutch bike blogger here on my way back. Well, had a visit at my brother's home. Stayed a little bit longer than expected because it was truly gezellig. Gezellig means cozy and nice, freely translated. Trying to get a little bit different route back to home. Let's see if I can pass these people. Some people walking their dog. Well, it's nice to have passed them. Didn't even have to ring my bell. Well, the video is subject by computer part 2. I will stop somewhere in where I'm going. That's home, to show you a little bit more of the computer. The video before this one, see link in the description box below if you cannot find it. I talked about the computer, I didn't show you very much of it. But I will talk about it and show you some more things in this video. It also means that I have to stop somewhere. And let's see where I'm going to do that. I like to stop somewhere where it's a little bit quiet, no people around me. The sun is shining a little bit brighter. It looks warmer than it is. Still far below 10 degrees. Maybe 4 or 5, I think. Not really sure. Indicating 22.6 kilometers an hour, which is not the case. Still have the girth of my wheel clocked in wrong, so the girth of my bike tire is still too high. I told you in the earlier movie that it has to be quite exact, and it's really hard to do actually. I have to calculate it, measure it. Part of the route I'm taking I took in the summertime too, so familiar territory. But now it's a little bit colder and the trees are a little bit, well, or much less leaves on there. To 1 o'clock, a reiger, big bird. big bird, and not a big bird from Sesame Street, but reiger is just a big bird. Let's go through here. Let's go in this place. Well, it's a little bit dark, so not really good to film here, I think, but let's see what's going on here. There is somebody walking in front of me with a loose dog. Actually, this is a place where you can let your dog be loose, so cannot going on complaining about that. Middag. Hey, hey. Just passing a dog. Dog with a big stick, and it was on the bike lane. Dog actually coming towards me, but not letting that go or do that. Not because of the dog, but I don't have. Well, I do have time for it, but I have other plans. Well, a wooded area. Actually, you can see that the leaves have been falling and dropped to the ground. Well, this is a quiet spot for filming, but it's a little bit too, well, no sun. I would like to have some sun on my object, so you can hopefully see it better. So I'll try to find a spot to stop. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Let's go straight. Let's go this way. And then maybe on the end there or here or somewhere I can find a nice location. Otherwise I have to turn back a little. We will have to see. Don't want to be in a bend somewhere. Well, let's stop here. Looks like a nice place. Sunshine. Let's hope my bike will stay on the location I am at the moment. I turned my bike around to have a better sunlight. You can see the display. On top you have the distance of the speed, kilometers an hour in this case. And the top screen, the 8031, is the distance I rode. To figure it out, well, that should be the time, but it's incorrect set. It's not the time. The time on the screen of my display of the video is the correct one. Average speed 34.9. well, that's not okay. Well, 18.3 is the average. 26 minutes in. It's also the bottom screen. Distance, time. Let me see what this is. It's the odometer. Well, average speed, back to the distance. This is the distance. Well, can I change something here? Well, that's about for the screen here. I will try to figure out a manual so you can read it. Well, it's easy clipped off and on. This is just a holder. As you can see, it's stuck on with tape and some zip ties. This is the bike computer itself. Back of it, battery cage. There's a button cell in there. Now the only thing you do is click it in. It's quite simple if it works. Clicks in quite easily. Well, back down here, this is a magnet attached to the spoke, and this is the receiver and transmitter, also in the front, attached to the front fork. Well, what happens when your wheel turns around, it will get by this sensor. Sensor is also equipped with a battery, by the way. The sensor reads the signal from the magnet and will transmit it to here. That's basically how things work. Quite easy. Well, already on my bike again, as you can see, driving back where I came from. Well, the man and the dog was coming towards me again. Just past a jogger. Well, that's about basically how the bike computer works. Everybody probably knows how it works, but still gonna explain. By the way, the magnet attached to the spoke and the sensor on the front fork, it's quite narrow gap between it, 1.5 millimeters it should be. Otherwise the magnet will not, or the sensor will not detect the magnet. And then there is no signal. Also, they advised in the manual not to get the distance between the screen of the computer and effectively a receiver and the sensor in the wheel at the front fork. Otherwise the readings will not be transmitted. Well, as you noticed, I'm still not really familiar with the screen. The indicated time was wrong. And there are probably more features which I did not find out yet. But it will, of course, come in the future. But the main thing is that I have to calibrate the girth of my front wheel to get an accurate reading. Fun fact, by the way, the little button cell in the receiver and the bike and the screen itself is, well, it's low voltage, but the battery, which is in the, you have to look where I go now, the battery in the sensor at the front fork is a little bit more bigger. Battery itself is 12 volt, which is quite high, I think, but it looks like a really well, how can you just, you know, an AAA battery. It's a little thinner and half the length or so. Not sure how to explain it to you in a good way. I was in doubt of getting a wireless bike computer or one with a wire on there. The wire would have meant same construction, only I would have a thread from the handlebars all to the front fork, which can of course damage quite easily, especially when I want to use it in all weather conditions, rain, snow, cold. And I of course use this bike also to get my groceries, so it would be tricky to do so. And for the price, well, a wired computer was, I think, €2, the cheapest one, and this, like I said, was €4.34, shipping included, from China. Well, actually really happy it works. I have another bike computer still coming, also for another bike, but I did not receive that yet. I ordered it 8 days later than this one. This one was a notice that I could pick it up at November 1st, and the other one has not yet arrived. And there is a dog owner with a dog. Let's see how that goes. Let's slow down sufficiently. Goedemiddag. And a few turns, and then I have another dog owner also with a dog. Goedemiddag. And that was a man. I thought it was a woman, but it was a man. Probably people who live here and get their dog out of the backyard and onto here. This looks like a bike lane, probably isn't, and it's not the busiest one at all. Other thing about my bike computer, I had to figure out where to put it on my steering wheel. The place it is on is with a reason. Of course, it has everything to do with personal preferences. But as you probably seen on my steering wheel, on the right part of the central bolt, there is some black thing. Well, that's actually bike inner tube with electrical tape around it. That is my mount for my bike light. See link in the description box for a test on that one for Sawe bike light. And I could have placed the bike computer on that side, but it will be, well, not handy to do. Because then it's interfering with the mounting of my bike light, of course. So, mounted it on the left, and there's another dog again with no owner. Daar jij staan, klein jongetje. Hello. Yes, there's the owner of it. Well, continue about the computer mount. I mounted it on the left side of the handlebars, not directly to the central bolt where I'm locking my steering wheel with, a little bit to the side. That also has a reason. I normally carry a bike lock. Christ. A little bit hard to see where I have to go. Well, found a place again. Let's go to the left. Well, like I said, normally I carry a bike lock on my bike, and that's very handy to place it on the location where it's hanging now. As you can see. So that's why this thing is over there. And also I use my bike to haul my groceries, and then of course I have to hang them on the steering wheel, and when the bike computer is in the way, it will not be very handy. So all things have a reason. Well, so far quite happy with the little thing. And for the price, well, not bad at all. I will try to put a link in the description box for the one I bought and the one you just saw. I talked about. I also tried to find a link for a wired one if you like to have a wired bike computer. Of course I did not test it, and I cannot tell you how it is going and how it's working, if it's okay. Goedemiddag. Let's go left. Let's see where we will end up. Well, let's go here. Not been here before, so could be that I have to turn around somewhere or not know where I am. That probably will be the next gadget. Electronic map. Probably on a mobile phone. Yes, Dutch Bike Blogger doesn't have a smartphone yet. I'm a little bit old-fashioned. And not because the smartphone is not handy or I don't know how it's working. Main feature or main reason is you have to have a subscription for that, and a data subscription. And also these phones are mighty big, at least bigger than what I'm carrying now. Dual bike lane, so traffic from the opposite direction can be expected. And of course, when I have a mobile phone, smartphone, this bike computer probably gets obsolete because there is an app on the phone that you can install to see your speed and distance and even trace your route. But for the time being, this is a great option. You know, it's also usable in rain. Nobody will fix his phone on his bike handles when it's raining or snowing. At least I will not do so. Put my phone on there. Let me have a look where I can go. Let's make a turn here. Nobody is here. Drive to the bus area and we'll have to see where we can go. Or we follow the bike rider in front of me. Well, that's certainly something I should not repeat. Definitely not.
Dan even je hand op. Ja. Dan teken je dan blijft de hand nog over naar de hand.
This is more likely barrier for cars than for bikes because its caps are way too big. Normally you want to restrain bikes and making the gap a little bit smaller. Let's go to the left. There's a bike there, it's turning. No problem. Bike rider said sorry because he was not indicating that he's going to the right. No problem. I'm not in a hurry. Sometimes when I'm in a hurry, yes, Dutch bike blogger just sometimes is in a hurry. I'm getting quite cranky about people not doing the right thing. But this time it's just a relaxing ride. No hurries, no worries. According to my bike computer, I just was driving 27 kilometers an hour downhill. Ridiculous and totally wrong. So there is something to figure it out when I get home to get a distance and whatnot in. And also, of course, I need to read the manual again, what the things on the screen are meaning. It's a little basic computer, no fancy things on there, and I don't need fancy things. When you pay more money, you get a different bike computer with temperature and whatnot, black light, so you can see in the dark what you're doing. But it will cost a little bit more. By the way, handy to know when you order something in a different country, not in Europe, but for instance like China, which I did, please consider that when the value in euros, probably with shipping costs, if they are there, has to be under 22 euros. Otherwise, your package, your delivery can be subject to customer fee. So you have to pay a fee to get destination. Also, that could mean that you have to pay taxes. Like for instance, when you import something from China, which is, well, let's say 30 euros. And it could be, it's not a set value, but it could be that you have to pay custom fee. A customs fee, actually not a custom fee, which would ridiculous, a customs fee, and also have a value added tax. In Europe there is no such thing. So the same bike computer, for instance, was available in Germany or France or Spain or whatnot. Has to be an European Union country. Then there would be no such thing as customs fee or even value added tax. In Holland we call it BTW. En BTW stands for belasting toegevoegde waarde. Same meaning, but the letters are a little bit different. B for belasting is tax. T is toegevoegde, which is correspondent with the A in VAT. And the W is waarde, which stands for the V in value, value added tax. So same principle, just a little bit. Letters are mixed up with the words. "19 kilometers an hour according to this display." By the way, this is something you're gonna hear in future in more movies, which I'm telling you how fast I'm going, if of course the settings are correct. He says I drove 14 kilometers, which is of course not the case. It's way too long. All a nice bike computer. Only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is the battery in the receiver transmitter on the front fork, how it will go when it's getting rainy and wet, if the cover is tight enough not to let any water in. But of course that will be easily solved by lifting off the battery cover and putting some silicone spray in there, or maybe even try to figure out how to seal this. Also, because you saw I had attached the receiver sender on the front left fork. Was also advised in the manual. I first wanted to put it on the right because it was easy to install, but I'm quite happy with the place I chose now, because it's right underneath the mount for the dynamo, which gives it a little bit more protection from hitting stuff. Well, almost home again. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you do have any questions or remarks, please do so in the comment section below. I will see you next time. Have a great day, and of course be safe out there. A little add-on to the last movie. I forgot to show you the box it came in. I put the bike computer in the box. We'll film the number SD-548C, SunDing China, 14 functions. Turn around, show you this part. Nothing really interesting, but I just wanted to show you. On the side of it, the other side, just a nice box. In the blue white box there were of course the receiver and some zip ties and other things. So that was something I would like to show you. So here it is.